Have you ever wondered whether that particular woman in your life is secretly drawn to you, but simply will not say it out loud? Women often express their feelings in deeply indirect ways. And if you are not paying close enough attention, you will miss every single signal she sends. Walk away from the interaction thinking nothing was there, while she walks away wondering why you never responded to what she was clearly communicating. Today we are going through 7 powerful signs that a woman is secretly attracted to you. Signs backed by real psychological research. Signs that operate beneath the surface of ordinary conversation. In the way she looks at you, the small things she does without realizing she is doing them, the hidden messages she has been sending all along that most men never learn to read. Attraction is a fascinating puzzle of nonverbal behavior. And psychologists have mapped this subtle dance with remarkable precision, identifying patterns that consistently indicate genuine interest. Once you understand these signs, you stop guessing. You stop second-guessing. You start navigating your social world with a clarity most men never develop. The first sign is the lingering glance. Have you ever caught someone holding eye contact with you just a fraction longer than a stranger normally would? That is not an accident. That is one of the clearest indicators that a woman is drawn to you, a look that stays with a quality of warmth and intention, communicating something that words would feel too vulnerable to say. Eye contact is one of the most powerful channels of human connection. When she keeps her gaze on you past the point where social convention would normally prompt her to look away, she is telling you something significant about where her attention actually lives. Research on nonverbal communication consistently shows that prolonged eye contact sparks feelings of closeness and genuine connection between people. When someone holds your gaze, they are signaling engagement, an unspoken bond forming in real time. But here's the part most men miss. This lingering look is not just about expressing interest. It is also her way of gauging your response. She is checking whether you feel something too, whether you are present enough to notice, whether you are worth the risk of showing her hand. And there is a biological layer beneath all of this. Attraction causes pupils to dilate, and focus naturally intensifies toward the person catching our attention. Her body is doing things she has not consciously decided to do. And that involuntary quality is what makes it so honest. Watch for what accompanies the look. A slight softening of the expression. A barely perceptible smile. A head tilt that communicates curiosity. These cues together form a complete sentence her mouth would never say in that moment. The second sign is subtle, seemingly spontaneous physical contact. Those light, casual touches that appear to happen naturally. A gentle brush of your arm while making a point, a brief contact on your shoulder when she laughs at something, a playful nudge that seems almost accidental. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, these moments are anything but random. They are her body communicating what her words are carefully holding back. Touch is her way of saying, I am comfortable with you. I want to be closer, without having to form that thought into language and risk the exposure that language would bring. Research on the psychology of touch reveals something consistent and significant. Even a simple, brief physical contact can spark trust and intimacy between two people. Touch creates moments of shared experience that conversation alone cannot replicate. And when she initiates it, when she is the one crossing that physical boundary first, it signals something important about how safe she feels in your presence. Safety and comfort are the prerequisites for genuine attraction. They come before desire, not after it. There is also neurochemistry at work here. Light positive physical contact can trigger oxytocin release, the neurochemical most associated with bonding and trust. She may not be conscious of why reaching toward you feels natural. She only knows it does. And that naturalness is the most honest signal of all. The third sign is the quality and depth of the conversations she initiates or sustains. With you, when a woman is genuinely attracted to someone, it shows in her eagerness to move conversations beyond the surface. She will go past pleasantries and small talk, directing things toward topics that allow real connection to form. She asks about what actually matters to you, not the polite version of you, the real version. She shares things about herself that she does not share casually. She keeps the dialogue alive with genuine investment, not social obligation. Research on interpersonal connection consistently shows that people feel closer and more emotionally bonded after conversations that carry real substance. A woman who is drawn to you will invest in exactly this kind of exchange, because the conversation is not the point for her. You are the point. The conversation is simply the vehicle she is using to get closer to understanding you. Watch her tone when she engages with you. The warmth in it, the quality of her listening, whether she is actually absorbing what you say or simply waiting for her turn to speak. Whether she remembers and references things you mentioned previously. Whether her questions go somewhere rather than staying safely on the surface. All of this tells you whether you are having a conversation with someone being polite or someone who genuinely wants to know who you are. The fourth sign is the subtle gestures she directs specifically at you, small actions that reveal her warmth and care in ways that are not announced. She remembers a minor detail you mentioned in passing and references it later, not because she was cataloging information about you, but because you occupy enough of her mental space that details about you simply stick. She does something thoughtful that connects to something you shared. She adjusts her physical orientation to face you more directly when you speak, even in group settings where other directions were equally available. These gestures are not accidental. They require sustained attention. And sustained attention toward a specific person is itself one of the most reliable indicators of where genuine interest lives. Psychologically, these actions create a sense of reciprocity and closeness, a quiet message that says, I value you specifically, not people in general, not the group, but you. Noticing them and acknowledging them, through a warm response, a genuine smile, a return gesture, deepens the connection in ways that neither of you may fully articulate, but both of you will feel. The fifth sign is that she shows a quiet, protective quality toward you. This one surprises most men because they are not expecting it. When a woman is genuinely attracted to someone, she begins to care about his well-being in understated, practical ways. She might check in after you mention something difficult. She might offer something without being asked, support, help, a small act of consideration. In a moment when she noticed you needed it. She might speak up for you in a conversation where she sensed something unfair was being said. None of this is dramatic. None of it announces itself. But it signals something significant, that she is invested in how things go for you. That your well-being has become something that matters to her specifically. From an evolutionary and psychological standpoint, this protective behavior signals a desire to build something lasting. She wants to be someone you can count on. She is demonstrating, through small consistent actions, that she is reliable to you specifically. Pay attention to whether she shows up for you in these quiet ways, not just when it is easy or convenient, but in the moments when it actually costs something to care. The sixth sign is that she mirrors you. When someone is genuinely engaged with another person, their body begins to unconsciously synchronize with that person's movements, pace, and energy. If she mirrors your posture when you shift position, if her speaking pace aligns with yours, if she matches the tone and energy of the interaction rather than maintaining her own separate rhythm, her nervous system is telling you something her words have not said. Mirroring is one of the most reliable indicators of genuine rapport that exists. It is biological. It is involuntary. And it is extraordinarily difficult to fake over the course of an extended interaction. The seventh sign is that she places you in her future, whether it is a casual mention of something months away, we should check that out sometime, or a hypothetical that presupposes your continued presence in her life. She is communicating something powerful. She is mentally placing you in the world she is imagining for herself. People do not casually project shared futures with those they feel nothing for. Research consistently shows that people who are genuinely attracted to each other naturally begin including each other in their mental projections of what comes next. When she talks about things you could do together down the line, she has already made a quiet decision about who she wants around her. The question is simply whether you are paying close enough attention to hear it. All 7 of these signs share something in common. They are honest. They are involuntary in quality. They emerge from genuine feeling rather than calculation. And they are completely visible to the man who has learned to look for them, and completely invisible to the man who has not. Stop waiting for a declaration. Start reading what has already been said.